Hello there, and welcome to the Daily Discussion. If you're a veteran of the channel, you may already be familiar with this concept, but for those of you who aren't, let me explain. The Daily Discussion was created during the sizable content gap in between Mists of Pandaria's final tier, the Siege of Orgrimmar, and the release of Warlords of Draenor. It was a way to keep the content of the channel flowing and discuss things that I felt were important to me. Now that we're experiencing the same inevitable gap of content between Warlords of Draenor and Legion, I feel that this is a suitable time to return to the Daily Discussion, albeit with a few changes designed to help me actually make one of these videos every day. Each video will be somewhat shorter, with some being closer to 5 minutes rather than 20, although it will entirely depend upon what's being discussed and how many points I bring up. I've decided that it's for the best to set some time aside each day for these smaller videos in order to keep the channel from slowing down too much, as it has over the last few weeks, for which, by the way, I am truly sorry. It's been a very difficult few weeks. I do have a guide on the way, the Restoration Shaman guide. I'm working on it, however I've lost a lot of progress thanks to a Windows failure, so it's been delayed. However, I do intend to eventually get it out. It's also important to note that these discussions won't truly be daily. Not only are weekends a very awkward time for me to create content, thanks to just the way that my life is set up, but pretending that I will be available every day for a discussion, even every weekday, is not a promise that I will be able to keep. I mean, I'm attending BlizzCon, so I will not obviously be making videos during that time. But yeah, that's just the general idea. Life has a way of screwing with you, so I'm not going to make a promise every day. I will, however, just do my best to release one as close to every weekday that I can, and go from there. So, what will the Daily Discussion actually discuss? Well, in theory, anything. I've created a document of ideas to get started, but I will need both inspiration and ideas from you guys. Any ideas, as long as they are appropriate, will be considered and added to the list if I feel that they'll make for a good video. This is going to have to start some kind of symbiotic relationship between us. If you give me ideas, I will do my best to talk about them. Every video will have a section where I show this list of ideas to you, allowing you to browse video subjects, get an idea of the kind of discussions I'd like to have, and see whether or not your suggestion made it up. Which, to be honest, it probably will, because you guys are awesome, and the things that you ask me are thoughtful and interesting. This, of course, is all subject to change, and any topic is potentially up for discussion. Now, before I end this little introductory video, there is a question that I feel needs to be answered, and that is, why should you watch the Daily Discussion? There are hundreds, probably thousands, of other video series out there that showcase people's opinions, especially about World of Warcraft, and Blizzard in general, and I have no illusion that my own take on these videos will explode and become extremely popular and all that stuff. That's not why I'm doing this. It's not the purpose for these videos' creation. I feel that you should watch the Daily Discussion because I'm not going to, in a single phrase, bullshit you. I have no intention of pandering to common opinions if I don't agree with them, and I do my best in general to firmly stick to an outlook of optimism, forgiveness, and thoughtful evaluation. I won't attack this game if I feel it unnecessary, but I will criticize it if I feel that there's things to be criticized, and there are, absolutely. But I'll do my utmost to focus on what's important, enjoying the game, having fun, learning, and understanding stuff. Now, if that doesn't interest you, if you want to hear someone with a funny accent attack Blizzard, or criticize Warcraft, or call out gamers, or anything else along those lines, then this series of videos will not be for you. This isn't a call to arms or a series of angry rants, although I'm sure I might accidentally ramble on now and then, as I tend to do. What it is it's my passion for World of Warcraft and for games in general and just stuff, you know? It's just that. Hopefully I've communicated my intent here. I want to discuss topics that I love and share my passion with you, so that it might help you get more excited for the games that you love too. There's no shame in being passionate about something like World of Warcraft. During this series of videos, I will go full nerd, and I'll discuss the value of crates in Warcraft, or tell you about the time that I was in charge of an army of 150 roleplayers during the largest battle that I'd ever seen on my server, or, you know, why sniping heals is a good practice, or offer some of my favourite transmog sets. You people have asked for that a lot, and we can finally get that done, you know? And I'll bring on guests, members from my guild who are interested in talking and just discuss things that we're passionate about. And hopefully we can create a series of videos that you find interesting and that you enjoy watching or just listening to as you go about your day. Now, this content isn't going to be massive. It might not interest you all of the time, and it might very well just bore you. That's fine. If it does, and you're at this part of the video and you're thinking, this doesn't really interest me, I want you to let me know. I want you to let me know why. If you find it droll, if you think it's lame, I want you to tell me so that I can help make it better. If you think it's a good idea, or you think any of the videos are great in particular, I want to know why, so that I can keep doing things that you folks enjoy. And of course, naturally, I would really like ideas, because I've come up with a good amount so far, but it isn't going to last more than a few weeks, and I'd like to keep the idea train rolling, so to speak, to keep it going and just come up with different ideas. I know that the majority of subscribers and viewers on this channel come from my guides, and I take great joy in creating those guides, and I get comments and emails all the time from people mentioning that, I've helped them improve in the game, and that's fantastic. I really do take great joy in seeing that happen. But as I slowly start putting my life back together after the frankly ridiculous last few months, I'd like to take the time to create some content that I really just love, stuff I'm just passionate about. And, well, I'm really passionate about talking about things. So, I say, let's talk about things. Hopefully I've sold this format to you, and you'll take a look at some of the daily discussions I release in the future. Now, at the end of every one of these discussions, I'll be including a song from World of Warcraft, or, well, from Blizzard games in general. Blizzard has some really magnificent pieces in its soundtracks, and I'd like to share them with you. So, today's piece of music will be from the Trial of the Crusader in Northrend. It's the song that I use most regularly for my videos, and I particularly love its heroic nature. I love the whole idea of you can just imagine being in a Colosseum, proving your strength so that you're ready for the final battle against a rather deadly evil. So, hopefully you'll enjoy it as well. Thank you very much for watching, and I wish you the best of luck in the World of Warcraft.